What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? I'm sorry, I'm in my husband's car and it's he don't have like good lighting in his car. Period. I don't know why. But anyway, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. Remember, all things on this channel is alleged, in my opinion, is for learning, teaching, entertainment purposes only. If you guys have not joined the channel, please do so through subscribing. You can also join the channel. Oh, it's okay. Okay, Greta. By become a tea holder or a tea crew member for $4.99 a month. Y'all can join me on Patreon. You can also join me on my backup channel, Back to Reality with Sassy T. How y'all doing? Kind of late to be eating, Sassy. Remember, no eating after 7. Today is Saturday, and I can eat. I do that on Saturday, but tomorrow, no. The weekends I eat. I don't eat after 9. During the week, it's after 7:30. I really hadn't ate nothing today, but what I ate today, and this is a Frosty from Wendy. I had to try that orange sherbet kind thing. It's pretty good, but I'm gonna have to take me a gas X. Hey, Braylon, how you doing? Hey, Lionel Filer, Yvette Bell. Yeah, it's a Frosty. It's the orange cream Frosty. It's the kitty cup. It's not no big cup. I know, Greta. Greta. Yeah. Hey, Justine Battle. Hey, my degree is real. You feeding your face again. Yeah, I am. This is it, though. After this, I won't eat nothing else. I'll be drinking water. Hey, Gemini Twin 07. Hey, She. Hey, Georgia Leo. Braylon. Hi. Hey, Rhonda Western, my member. How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. Uh-huh. Y'all ready for the review? Mm-hmm. Hey, Chris Amos. Welcome to the chat. Let's see here. Yeah, hey, 1 in a million. Yeah, I won't eat all of it. I just want to taste it. It's pretty good. I like the dreamsicle better. Braylon Sissy is digging in for real. I am. It's good. I ain't had anything sweet for about 4 days. Hey, Noonie Cat. Well, so make sure you take gas ads once off the live. You know, if not, someone will catch. They sure will, Greta. Ooh, I got it in there ready to go. And I was debating, should I get it, should I not? Now I said, let me go ahead and get it. If I like it, I can say I like it. If I don't, ugh. Hey, Mary Willis and Miss Cheryl H. Tubbs says, you know they don't clean those frosty machines. Now, Greta, why you have to tell me? Hush. You Greta, you could have waited till I ate the frosty. Okay? Wow, today was a great day. It was a beautiful day. Hey, Lakeisha Robinson and Sandra, Yvette Bell. Greta, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Just saying, I'm trying to get you to stop eating. Oh, I hadn't had a frosty in, oh my God. I can't even tell you the last time I had a frosty. And that is the heaven's truth. I don't eat them. I just wanted, because I like dreamsicles, so I said, let me try that orange. I'm not a chocolate ice cream fan, so I don't like chocolate like that. Hey, Lori Bell Carter. How y'all doing? Did y'all watch the movie? That's all I got to say. Are we going to get started in a couple of minutes? Yeah, I hadn't had a Frosty. Oh my God. I couldn't tell you the last time I had a Frosty. I don't eat them. Yeah, I will. It's good. Dreamsicles are better. Hey, Betsy Clay. Hey, Marcia Ethan. The chocolate Frosty is the best ever. I don't like chocolate ice cream. I don't eat a lot of chocolate. Unless it's that time of the month, even though I don't have a month, I still crave crazy stuff. I might eat some peanut butter and chocolate or something like that. Like a Reese cup or something. I eat that. I love peanut butter. Yeah. You liked it? Yvette? Hey, Sandra DeBose. Hey, Crystal Haryan. It was good, wasn't it? It was good. It had a good meaning. Since I watched the movie, and all I can say is God is not through with me yet. No way, no how I could get back with a spouse like the preacher. Well, yeah. Well, she even said, I understand because I don't like chocolate ice cream either, but the Frosty be having me in the chokehold. You don't like peanut butter? Ooh, Lord. I love peanut butter. Hey, Audrey Guidance. Good evening. Hey, Judy Brown. Betrayal is hard to come back from. Yeah, it is. It is. It is. So, excuse me, y'all. Hey, Judy Brown. Betrayal it's a hard thing. So y'all, we're gonna review a Taste of Sin. It's about a young pastor and his wife, and it's about church and church business. The young pastor has been all his life. That's all he wanted to do was be a preacher. Okay, all he wanted to do was be a preacher all his life. He ended up, going before the church. Him and his wife. They ended up getting the approval from their pastor or the leader of their church to get married. They were trying to conceive a baby. His mother, she would bring baby clothes and baby stuff for the house and all kinds of stuff. Okay, listen at this. So the young lady said that, they kept trying to conceive, and they never could conceive. And so, my degree is real. She was a monster-in-law 100. Can't do betrayal. My trust for you will be gone. Yep. Some people are different. I ain't built like that. I can't go back. So that's a tell why the lady could not get pregnant. Okay. So they kept going back and forth and kept praying for a baby. So the pastor kept telling her, you know, y'all need to go to a doctor. But the young guy, you know, all he believed in was, you know, we should pray. When God wants us to have a baby, He'll bless us with a baby. So she said, no, we're going to the doctor. So they went to the doctor. Child. They go to the doctor. And the doctor tells the man, oh, you're fine. There's nothing wrong with your sperm count. There's nothing wrong with you. And then he goes to, and then the wife said, well, what about me? He said, well, there's a problem. And the problem is you don't have a uterus. It looks like your uterus was like pulled out from a V that went wrong, an abortion that went wrong. Okay? So she was very young. It goes back to when she was a child. And she was in school and the teacher, okay, piece of your uterus removed. Yeah, it's like a piece of her uterus was removed. I don't know all of it, but it was a piece of it removed, okay? That is why the ending was so unreal. But God is not unreal, okay? And we don't put, you can't put nothing. If God wants something to happen, He's going to let it happen. Miracles happen every day. Hey, God's grace. Hey, boo. And Chad, I'm late. What movie is this? This is called A Taste of Sin. It says, can a uterus grow back even a piece? No, but some women have two uteruses. You'll be surprised. Remember Elizabeth in the Bible, amen. Samson, mama. Yep. She couldn't have no baby, but she had him. Yes, ma'am. So anyway, she was distraught, okay? She didn't know what happened was they showed her and her best friend back in the day in some kind of way. I didn't make this out, but either the student, the man, the teacher messed with her and got her pregnant, and her best friend knew about it, but he sent her to this doctor to get rid of it, and the doctor botched her up, and she didn't know. She was young. Her best friend knew she couldn't have kids because she overheard the doctor tell the guy, this teacher, I guess, who got her pregnant, that, you know, there's problems. And he said, she's bleeding and I gotta stop. He said, well, and if the only way I can do it is take half her uterus out, take her uterus out, her ovary. So anyway, he said, do it. And the best friend heard him, right? The best friend heard him. So when the best friend got caught by this teacher, he made her swear by her life she wouldn't tell her. But anyway, she's distraught. Her husband tells her that, you know, he loves her regardless, they can adopt. I mean, he really did love her. He did. It wasn't about her carrying a baby. It was about her, you know, the love he had for her. And if they have to adopt a baby, that's what we have to do. She didn't remember getting an abortion. No. Well, she was young. She didn't know what it was. All she know is this old man, yes, Tim Jones is on Netflix. This old teacher messed with her. She ended up pregnant, and he sent her off to the village doctor. Something went wrong, and he came out and said, hey, I can't complete this. He said, she's bleeding too much and all that. He said, if I do this, I'm going to have to take her uterus. I'm going to have to take it out. And he said, do what you got to do, but get rid of that baby. Okay? Oh, nasty dog. I always trying to mess with these young gals, okay? Right, Krista? She was about 14 or younger. Yeah, she was young. Uh, she was old enough to have a period and get pregnant, but she was young. So at 14, you don't know what's going on, okay? You come up pregnant and this man telling you you better have an abortion because the people in the village gonna get mad at him and all this stuff. You know, were her parents, where was her parents? I think she was an orphan. She was an orphan. So she was in a school for orphanage. She didn't know her mama. She didn't know her daddy. So the teacher ended up, abusing her sexually. Y'all need to watch this movie. It is deep. It is. Hey, D Brown. Trauma can make you put things in a corner of your brain. Yeah. Hey, Crystal. So anyway, the teacher made her get the abortion. She snaps back into the future. She's really distraught, y'all. Like, she is distraught. She did not know that man had did that to her. But in the back, when she had this done, she almost died. Okay, like she was put away for like 2 weeks to heal, and she wasn't healing like she was supposed to. So she had a lot of scar tissue and stuff. Okay, the guy could have thought he took the uterus out and took something else. Who knows? But anyway, fast forward. She was so embarrassed. Her husband was supportive, very supportive. She got to the point where she wanted to know what happened. So she went and visited that teacher. He had fell on hard times, y'all. He was homeless. He was living in like on a pad. He couldn't walk. His wife and kids left him because he had been doing stuff he had no business doing. And that's what happened, okay? He ended up telling her what happened because there was a part of her life that she could not remember. And she didn't know this, all right? So after he told her that she said that's why he was cursed, okay? I was sorry, y'all. I'm looking for my daughter. She just landed in Phoenix, in Arizona. So I just wanted to make sure she's okay. And she just landed, so she's okay. So anyway, she cursed him and she got her answers, but then she met up with her best friend. She told her best friend how disappointed she was because her best friend knew that she couldn't have babies. She said, "You were at my wedding. I kept talking about having kids. You said nothing." Like, she was embarrassed. She was hurt. She's sitting up there talking to her best friend about having kids, didn't know what was going on. And the best friend knew all along that she couldn't have babies. That is a hurtful feeling, okay? So anyway, it goes to the forward, to the front. She's still very much hurt, but they try to put back the pieces together and they try to move forward. Now, we go to this other couple. The light-skinned brother and his bougie, dark-skinned, pretty wife, okay? They are over the church. They like these big bishops, and they like the money to come in, okay? All about money, deceiving the church, deceiving the followers. They preach the word, but they want that money to come in because they're taking that money and they're living off that money. So each church that's up under them has to bring in so much money a month. If they don't meet the quota, then they get fired. Okay? So this guy and his mother, the guy's mother was like, you can't continue to do this because this is wrong. You are taking money from people that don't have money. And, the light-skinned guy was like, church is a business, okay? And they need to pay their tithes and all this crap, and all this and that. So the first couple was the good couple, faithful, yes. The first couple is the third faithful couple. They pray together. They in church together. They worship together. They feed the homeless together. They are the epitome of a Christian couple. Okay, the first couple. The second couple is the greedy, conniving, pretending to be Christian couple. Okay, and what they do is they ride around, they Rolls Royces, live in this big house, but they take all the people money and they don't help nobody. But the first couple, they don't get the money. The church, they got a house, and the church bought them a house, but they were community workers. They preached in the church, did all this. What's the name of the movie, Crystal? It's called A Taste of Sin. Okay? And they genuinely love each other, the first couple. Yes. The second couple is more about money and status. Okay? A Taste of Sin, yes. It's more about money and status with the second couple. The more money they had, the better status they had. Okay? So, you know, and the young guy, the second couple, the husband, his mother knew the wife was not good. And she knew her son was into robbing the churches. And she had told him, son, you're gonna have to stop. And he was like, it's a business and we got to, people have to pay the tithe. So now this big church convention come up, and this girl, she's like this big singer in the church, okay? And everybody come from all over to see her sing. She's a great worship singer and all that. She's a pretty woman, okay? They're planning this big, oh my God. What's the name of it? Anyway, when all the churches get together, they having this big thing. And the ones that are rich, okay, this is a big money grab for them. Hey, look, Paulette. But I like my TV and phone. Okay. Thank you, Paulette. Anita, the singer. Yes, Anita. Anita is this great big singer, y'all. And the convention, convocation. Yeah, they were having this big convocation where all the different churches would come together. And the couple that was all about status and money, all they saw was a money grab. And they was meeting and getting people to get these churches to, you know, give the money and all this stuff. Hey, Mahogany, hey, Salt of the Earth. It's on YouTube. I found it because Seth is making it sound good. Have a good weekend. You too. And the other couple, they're there because they are truly there to worship. They are there to save souls. Well, anyway, the pastor, the good pastor, we got a good pastor and bad pastor. So when y'all hear me talk about the good pastor, that's number one. The good pastor wanted to get with Anita because they had some worshiping services to do, and they needed to talk about things. So she came to the office, talked about it, and she left. Anyway, he forgot that he had to tell her some other stuff. He goes to her room. She's in the shower, okay? So she's taking a bath. He walks in the room, and he sees her in the shower. He watches her like David watched Bathsheba, okay? See, once you let sin get in the eye and it confiscates your mind, here you go. Yeah, the hotel room. So he didn't walk out, but he tried to walk out, but he was still sitting there looking at him. Instead of him just leaving, he just kept looking at her. So guess what? He walked out. He go back to his office, and that taste of sin, the first husband, got into his mind, okay? Got into his mind, and he couldn't stop thinking about that girl. But anyway, he called her, and Anita came to his office. And they had a talk, okay? He was lusting, yes. They had a talk. And he said, well, he had to confess something, that he had came to her room and she was taking a shower, and that he saw her in the shower and he wanted to apologize. And she said, I know you was in my room and I saw you looking at me. Okay. Yep. Listen, but oh, what a mistake. Yes, she said she couldn't stop thinking about him. Yes. She said, I know you're married and you seem happy and everything, but I just always had thinking about you, and I couldn't stop thinking about you, and I've always imagined myself with you and all this stuff like that. You know, they get close, honey. All right? You know, they get close. All right, so after she leaves out, his mind is bottled. Okay? So now we're gonna switch to couple number 2, the bad pastor. Okay, so he is. Oh, sorry, y'all. He is in his house, and he has a worker. She's a cute young lady. And he's hitting on her, and I don't know what's up with these women, but you know, she was like, I don't know. He said, "Why? If I asked you to go on a date, would you go with me?" Yeah, the errand girl. And she was like, "But you're married." He said, "But that's not what I asked you." And she said, "If you were married in so many words." And he was going to have an affair with her. Okay? He liked it. The control was getting there, the lust. Okay? She said yes, the errand girl, she was looking at him, and, you know, he was looking at her, and the wife was running around with her big hair and telling the people, y'all better get my money. Get my money. The church is not giving us the money we need, and y'all ain't doing this right, and all kinds of stuff, right? Sorry, y'all. Let me get my air together. Oh, sorry, that's why. There it is. Hey, Flower Bloom. So now we got 2 pastors. Both of them got a taste of sin. Okay? One is sinning. Lust for money. That's number 2. Lust for his wife and lust for power. Okay? That's his lust. He had already got the sin. He just building on his sin. This one was truly a husband, a pastor who wanted to do right, but saw something that tickled his eye, and now he got a lust for sin. The pastor number 1 ends up lying to his wife. You know, they get ready to preach. They going over the sermon together. Okay? They going over the sermon together. And he's so infatuated by Anita, y'all. He can't even, he said, the Lord said, that shall be this. And Anita, she said, she was like, what? He said, I don't know what's wrong with me. And every time he would preach, that naked body would come in his face. The devil was throwing that naked body in his face, y'all. The good pastor couldn't concentrate, keep thinking about Anita. And he kept saying the wrong things and all this. And then they finally ended it, the prayer and the worship, and he had to go do something. But what he was going to do, he was going to, she reminds me of that Lil Wayne looking lady, mayor of Dalton, Illinois. And so what he did was he told her that he had to go to the church for something. He took his Bible and stuff. He got in his little Range Rover, you know, and he goes over to Anita's house, leave the Bible outside, honey. He all dressed and smelling good. Child, they get in there, he don't made a mistake. but he couldn't pull away. Child, he done got up in there and got a needle. They had a taste of that sin, honey. They had a taste of a needle, okay? Needle put that pow on him. She did. She put that devil booty on him, honey. Yeah. She was singing praises, all right. She was singing, Jesus. Yeah, baby. Yeah, she was singing and praising. Number one had an affair one time, and Anita, she got pregnant. And the best solution they both could come up with was the AB. Yeah, she was singing. She comes in, you know, after he done did the do, he had to face his wife. His wife was, you know, loving him. Hey, and loving on him. And he was so guilty, y'all. The man, he was like, he couldn't even, he was going, y'all. Oh, the devil booty. Oh, she threw the booty on him. Okay. No protection. Okay. That little wanky stanky and that devil booty got together and it was over. Okay. Hit that high note saying, yay. Hallelujah. That's what they were doing. Hallelujah, baby. Anyway, he goes home to his wife, y'all. Ooh, chap. He was so full of guilt, he couldn't even look, and she knew something was wrong with him. You know, something was wrong, and she couldn't figure it out, but what happened? Something came on the TV or something like that, right? And he couldn't tell her right then. But anyway, he goes to the office. He had promised he wasn't going to do it, you know, to himself. He wasn't going to do it no more. She come in, Anita come in and tell him she pregnant. He's like, oh, no, hey, you can't be pregnant. She said, well, I ain't. And it's yours. Oh, no. Ain't that what happened when they get pregnant, ain't? Oh, heck no. You got to get rid of it. I can't. I'm married. I'm the preacher in the church. You got to get rid of it, baby. So she agreed. She agreed to get rid of it. She goes to this doctor, y'all. The doctor performs the AB. Okay? He was very convicted. Yes, he was convicted, baby. The Lord was tearing his head up. You hear me? He's like, I ain't doing that again. But anyway, he have to. She goes to the doctor, performs the AB. She starts bleeding out and she passes away. She died. Anita died, y'all. Child. They couldn't handle the scandal. They couldn't handle the scandal. So she died. He was like, yeah, she went to a bad doctor, lost her life, and the baby. Pastor Rep was ruined. Or they say it ain't mine. Yeah, you sure it's mine, Nita? I don't think that's my baby, Nita. Pastor, you're the only one I was with, Pastor. Yeah, Nita wanted to have the baby. And away from the church, she wanted to leave and have the baby. But Pastor wasn't having it. Pastor, you got to get rid of him. So she died, having a bad AB, bled out, and it was a big mourning all over the church because this girl was known everywhere. Okay? He was known everywhere. The pastor, oh my God. So we go to the second pastor, okay? We don't forget that for a minute. The second pastor, his wife, his mama come, and, you know, his mama kept saying to him, y'all got to do better. Y'all got to stop this, okay? She was really begging and pleading with him. The second pastor, the light-skinned pastor. You know, and the wife was like, I'm so sick of her telling us what to do. Money is money, and these churches got to pay, okay? And he was like, Mom, I got this. He talked funny anyway. He like, my God. He sound like a devil. Oh, you start watching? Oh, no. I couldn't stop after that. So anyway, y'all, hold on, y'all. I got to put my phone. Anyway, what's going on with my, hold on, y'all. Since I pulled it out. Uh, hold on. But anyway, so the second pastor's like, the mama had warned him. She said, listen, if you don't turn from your ways, I'm afraid something bad going to happen. She said, this stress can bring on bad things, okay? And so he was like, I'm healthy as a horse. Ain't nothing going to happen to me. So he goes upstairs. He grabs his chest. All that. Unconscious. See, don't forget that. The news spread like wildfire. Yeah. Oh, sorry, y'all. I was looking. I kept seeing the light. But anyway, so he passes out. My daughter. Okay, y'all. So He passes out on the floor. His wife finds him. They rush him to the hospital. It's not looking good. He's in a coma. Okay? He's in a coma. All right? And the doctors was like, you know, it's just time. So now the greedy wife, you know, she's just all over the place because she's looking at him as a money pit, okay? Not so much as love, all right? So, hey, CC, hey, PN2 Ross, in a coma for days, yeah. So now we go back to the good wife and good husband. He comes home. He's all in the news. And somebody had told on him and said that, you know, the pastor, so-and-so, was the father, encouraged her to have the AB. The wife just broke down when she seen him. So that's what they did. They were trying to charge him with her murder. Anita. Okay, that news spread like wildfire, baby. What you talking about? They were trying to pin him for her murder, but it was they couldn't do it. But he was in jail, but they couldn't do it because it was it wasn't something that she didn't choose to do. She chose to do it, but he was charged with it, where he spent like a year in prison. But anyway, the charges ended up being dropped. Yeah, her cousin told on it. So she was distraught, right? They were both consenting adults, and they signed the paperwork. Yes. Anita's cousin went on the a talk show, and she told on the pastor. Okay, and his wife was distraught, y'all. Distraught. It was embarrassing for her. She went through these emotions, okay, like a wife would. Then, she went to, visit him in prison. Everyone hated him. They ridiculed him. They talked about him. He made one mistake, y'all. They ridiculed him. They threw him out the church, which he had to be excommunicated from the church. The neighbors, they didn't like him. They just talked about him, said that he was a murderer and all this. Is this movie about black pastors? It's an African movie, but it's good, Chris Amos. And so now you got the second pastor. Now he's ridiculed. The first pastor is ridiculed, but everybody for the pastor that's stealing, okay, the pastor that did all the dirt, the pastor who don't care about his congregation, everybody's sending up prayers, and everybody is sending money, and everybody is just in, dismay. Oh, we just pray that he's okay. Oh, pastor so-and-so. Oh, pastor. The devil is in there laying up while the other guy being ridiculed too. Both of them did the same sin. Sin is sin. It don't matter. Okay? He told his own mother not to visit him in prison. Sure did. Told not to come and visit him. Don't come saying nothing to him. He didn't want nobody there. He needed to do his time. But he ended up getting out. But we got to talk about this other pastor. So the wife went to sleep, had a dream that the doctor came in and said, we got to move him in so many hours or he's going to die. Then she dreamed that her and her daughter was going to a funeral, and she saw the pastor's wife, okay, in there. But in the meantime, we got to cut that. So we go to pastor number one. He gets out of prison, all right? He gets out of prison. She goes, and the wife goes to the head pastor. It's very good, Crystal. And she cries out and says, I don't know what to do. She loves him. She wants her marriage. She married for life. He was there for her, and she wants to be there for him. And the older pastor said, do you love him? Because y'all got to remember, love covers a multitude of sin. Okay? God's love covers our sin. Jesus is God's love that covers us. And she says she does love him. She went to visit him. She let him know how disappointed she was in him. She let him know how he hurt her. I mean, she laid it all out. But when he came home, she was there for him. He came home, he said, I can't even live in this house because I don't deserve this. This is not my house anymore. They go to the big pastor. The baby isn't out for me. It's a no-go. Oh, yeah, but the baby, it wasn't a baby born. It was, both of them had passed, okay? You know, yeah, she was a good wife. She was, my degree is real. So he goes and talks to the pastor, okay? He is angry. He says, why do I got to go through this? And I tell her, and this is what people don't take accountability for. Why did God let me do this? Surely he had to know I was going to do this. Yeah, he knew you had two choices. He knew you could turn your head and walk away, or you could fall. You had a choice. It's not God's fault. He didn't lead you there. You led yourself there. You could have easily walked away, but you chose to do what you did, and now you got to pay the wages of sin. And you lucky it wasn't with death. It was with time. But Anita's was with death because she was trying to get rid of a baby that was a blessing. And hers was with death. Yours was with time served. What I loved about the older pastor, he's like, God still can redeem you. Yeah. So sad no man would stand a woman who cheats. Exactly. He said God can still redeem you. God can still replenish you. He can make you whole again. But you got to do the work. You got to want to do the work. You got to forgive yourself. You got to get up and you got to do the work. So this man, y'all, went out every day. He came back to give the keys to the church. The pastor said, no, that's y'all's house. I'm not going to take that back. That's what I gave y'all. And that's what y'all going to stay. So they stayed in the house. Every day he got up. He told his wife, I'm going to get up. I'm going to go preach the word. Hey, Stacy boy, I've been busy all day and been missing you today. I will play the catch up tonight. Hope you're having a great weekend. I am. Thank you. And glad the good pastor took accountability. So he got up every morning. He went out. He was preaching the word. Y'all, these people were throwing rocks at him. They were cursing him. He still went out there and he still preached the word. Even his wife. So y'all got to remember, it's like now he's in the patience of Job. Okay? His wife was like, won't you just stop? You need to give it up. The people don't want to hear you. He's like, it doesn't matter whether they want to hear me or not. I got to preach God's word. I got to get back in his grace. He was searching for God's forgiveness. He was begging for God's forgiveness because he felt like God had left him, okay? And he felt God's presence leave him. And that was the scariest presence. When God leaves you, that's the scariest thing he ever felt. So he was out there preaching the word. He had a following. Then people found out who he was. And then, you know, they would throw stuff at him. He'll get up in the morning, go out and preach. He'll come back. So one day, y'all, this little old man, this young guy, he had a crippling disease. And the little guy, he looked at him. He said, I know you can heal me, Pastor. He said, God is not with me in the healing like this. That's what the pastor told the cripple. He said, Pastor, if you just put your hands on me and believe, I know you can heal me. And he was like, I pray for you, but I don't think I can heal you like that. God is not on me like that anymore. And he started to walk away. Then something told him to come back. He said, please, Pastor. So, baby, that pastor laid his hand on that baby. You hear me? Yeah, me too. He got the preaching. He got the saying the word. Y'all, tears were just coming out my eyes. Baby, that man got up and walked. When I tell you that man got up and walked, he was shouting. He was praising. He was redeemed. You hear me? He was redeemed. The Holy Ghost was fire over there, okay? People couldn't believe it. He had the gift of healing. God had restored him. God had forgiven him. God had seen his works, and God blessed him again. God gave him the gift of healing, gave the gift of healing to his wife. So now we go back to the second pastor. The wife had that dream, and the doctor came to her and said, you know, Mrs. So-and-so, we need to move. And she just like, no, don't say it. I'll be back. And she went and found the pastor's wife, okay? The pastor's wife, see, that's what I love. The pastor's wife had to get permission for the head pastor. The head pastor said, yes, you go over there and you touch, okay? You touch him, you pray for him, you do what you have to do. So she goes and does what the pastor told her to do, okay? She gets over there, she prays, and the room started to fill with the Holy Spirit, the healing power, right? The man gets up, he's healed. He's healed. She's praising. It's all in the news. It's everything. So, go back to the pastor and remember what she said before she prayed. What did she say? Well, how did she put it on my degree? She said he got to, if God raises him, he has to do the will of God or something like that. If it's in his will, he has to do the will of God. Something in that way. And then he was to want to change. He has to want to change. He has to want to change. And then God will heal him. So he was healed. So first pastor and the wife go back to the big deacon, the big pastor. The pastor gave them inspirational, he said that, you failed, but you came back to grace. You didn't give up. You kept praising, you kept praying. And even in your discretion, even when people gave up on you, your wife didn't give up on you. You gave up on you, but you end up giving up to you, okay? Y'all, that had me in my tears, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh. He said, and you have proven that you are a child of God. You have went out here. You are still, no matter what people say, you still praising God. You still doing what you're doing. You still love your wife. Your wife is still here. And so what they did was they rededicated him back to the church. Yeah. Him and the wife, they told their story. Okay. Now we almost done. We're going to go to the second pastor. The other pastor says he comes to him, the light-skinned pastor kneels before their big pastor. he said, why do he said something about why what made you want to be a pastor? He said, I always wanted to be like you. And that pastor said, I don't know why people want to be like somebody else. They need to be like somebody that be what who they are in God and what God wants to have you to be like. It's better to follow somebody, follow God, and be who God has you to be. Stop trying to be like somebody else. Sometimes we get so caught up in the world. We want the world, the status, and all. Remember, this man wanted the status, the money, and all. Okay? And did he change? Because he was healed. That's the only thing that would have changed him. Okay? That's the only thing that changed him, because he was healed. But was he changed? There's two different things here. The first pastor and the wife were rededicated. They rededicated their life, their mission, their heart, their soul, everything they rededicated to God. And they were forgiven. It was no longer upon them. Okay? They ended up pregnant. They ended up having a baby. The second, you can change, but the only reason why you change is because you're scared. He wasn't scared. He was ashamed. He was hurt. The first pastor was hurt that he hurt God. That is powerful in itself. The only reason why this man is because he was healed, and yes, he changed, but he only changed because he was hurt. He wasn't changed because he loved God. It was only because he was healed. And now he lives in fear that he might get sick again. So that's the only reason why. That's the only reason why he was changed. But the first pastor, he had to go through his transgression. He had to go through his karma. He had to go through it. He had to feel the pain. He had to understand what he did. He had to understand that it could never be done again. And he had to feel the hurt his wife felt. He had to feel the burden of the church. He had to feel the embarrassment of his pastor. He had to feel the embarrassment of his wife. He had to feel it all to understand what he did. That one mistake caused one life, two lives, and his. So sometimes we change because we're sick, and sometimes we change because we don't want God to be ashamed of us. So the powerful meaning for me is, which one? Are you going to change because you want God to be proud of you? So in the end time, God will say, well done, my good and faithful servant. Or are you going to just change because I'm sick and now I got to heal, I got to live in my healing, but I don't want to do anything that's going to upset God because he might make me sick again. See, that's not the kind of living that you should live. That man should have been praising God from where he was and never even thought about money again. But did he change because he changed because the first pastor wife said in order for him to heal, he has to change. He changed, but only because he was sick. The only time, sometimes my thoughts are real. 55 minutes, into the thing. I am happy that she got pregnant at the end. Me too. But it shows you that God is God. And we as people put limits on God. There were people literally laying hands, okay? Greater work shall I do. That's what he said. Greater works. If you don't believe that you can't raise and heal somebody, then you don't have the faith that you won't be able to do it. But you got to have that faith. You got to believe that you can do it, that God is real, and that he will live through you to heal somebody else. This is what the young man did. Made one mistake. David made one mistake, and it tore his whole house up, divided his house, okay? Because David didn't stop. He kept going. All right. So with this, we got two types of healing. You got a healing that you don't ever want to feel that transgression again, and you don't want God to be ashamed of you. And then you got a healing just because you were sick. I got to change. So the movie to me was great. It showed so much depth that we do in life. What is our motives, right? What is our motives? I have to watch this movie. Crystal, it's so good. What are our motives? The first pastor, he didn't give up on God. Even though he had to work, he didn't give up. He got weary, but he didn't give up. And God, it took that one little man to tell him, you can do it. You can do it. And he did. Please watch. Please, what is the name of the movie? My thoughts is called A Taste of Sin. The Taste of Sin. And it's about, it shows the dedicated ones that really want God to love them. And they don't want to shame God, okay? Then you got the ones that, oh, I changed, but I'm sick, and that's why I changed. But I do love the Lord, but I'm sick, and I still want this money, but I'm sick, and I'm not doing that no more. I'm not gonna do this. But are you really changed? It's good. So at the end of the day, the good pastor ended up having their baby. He ended up back restored, because God restores you back 10 times fold. All you gotta do is be faithful. And that's what he did. Even though he sinned, and we do it all day long. God said sin is what separates us from God. It didn't say adultery sin. It didn't say cussing sin. It said sin. It don't matter what kind of sin it is. It separates you from God. Okay? Sin is sin. Period. We as men and women put what sin is bigger than. No, a lie is a lie, no matter how you tell it. Ain't no white lie. It's a lie. It ain't no little lie. It's a lie. Okay? So, same as that. I'm a believer in earthbound angel. Yes. Adultery is the only biblical reason for divorce. True. Yeah, that's true. That's if, see, and I even look at that as different, because when God says, when he put you together, no man shall put you asunder. Okay? But sometimes some people get married and it's not God that put them together. It's them. Oh, okay, Bama girl. The live tomorrow will be, I'll probably do a 1:30 live and then another 6 o'clock live, because I got some other stuff to do. I think I'm going to do Shanita's World tomorrow. I'm going to look at it tonight and review her stuff tomorrow. And then we can do some other stuff tomorrow night. Yes. So you guys, I hope you guys, what the new movie review. I don't know. I'll let y'all know tomorrow what we're going to review next. I'll let y'all know tomorrow. I do have one I think y'all will enjoy. It's good. It ain't scary, Greta. I gave all the new movie the chat. Okay. So yeah, tomorrow at 1:30 and tomorrow night. All right, you guys. So hey, PNT Ross and everyone. For the ones I didn't speak to, hello. All right, you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys have a blessed night. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'll see you later. I hope y'all had a good review. I hope y'all liked it. Okay? Bye, y'all.